Welcome to the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. I'm Star Sports Editor Ryan Finley, here with Daniel Burke. Daniel, do you know the words "Two Mighty Bruins"?
No, I don't.
Well, the Arizona fans got to learn them this week.
Right.
Okay, UCLA plays USC Saturday in their annual rivalry game. Arizona fans need to hope that UCLA wins against their rival and then looks horrible a week later against Stanford. If both of those things happen, and if Arizona runs the table with wins over Utah and Arizona State, and that's a tough task.
Yeah.
That's a tough task. The Wildcats will inexplicably be your Pac-12 South Division champions. Daniel, do you have a headache yet thinking about all these possibilities?
You got all that? Yeah. Yeah, I like how you slipped in that. And Arizona has to win its last two games.
And Arizona needs to be two ranked teams in the next 2 weeks.
It's a lot. It's a lot that has to happen, but as Rodriguez said, I mean, they have a chance. And it's 2 games left, and to still have a chance is something for this program. A lot has to happen. I think UCLA beating USC is not that huge of a stretch. I think that game will play out. USC will jump up. They'll run out of gas. UCLA will come back. And I think UCLA could win that game. And then I think Stanford, UCLA could be a toss-up. But I think that those 2 scenarios could happen. But I think going on the road and beating Utah and then coming back home and beating ASU for Arizona is just a really tough deal, and I think that imagining them winning these next 2 games is just hard for me.
Sure.
But they've surprised me a lot. I mean, they surprised me last weekend. This obviously surprised me in Eugene, so you never know, and it's still out there.
Daniel, I saw when we were at the football game on Saturday, you were talking to some guys from different bowl committees.
Yeah.
I saw your wallet was open and you had a fistful of dollars you were trying to give the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
Any truth to that rumor? And right now, if we're talking about best realistic scenarios, is it San Diego on December 27th against a team from the Big Ten in the Holiday Bowl?
That's my dream scenario, and I told the Holiday Bowl, I'll tell you, I don't even need a hotel. I can just stay at Mama Finley's beach home. So it would work out pretty well for me. So yeah, I mean, I think for them, it'd be great because that's obviously a huge recruiting base for them. Not just Southern California, but they've recruited San Diego the last few years. And so I think for them to go play in Southern California, their recruiting base in a big-time game.
Against, like, Nebraska.
Against a really
or
good team.
Ohio
Yeah, I think
State
Arizona
or
fans have
Michigan
had enough
State.
of Nebraska.
Okay, how about Ohio State or
Bowl.
Michigan
Right.
State? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
good teams.
No, for sure. Wisconsin, for sure. I think that's a dream scenario. But the Alamo Bowl's ahead of the Holiday Bowl, so that could happen. I think another dream scenario, probably what Greg Byrne would love, is if they go 10-2 and don't make the Pac-12 championship game because they lose a tiebreaker, the Fiesta Bowl becomes a real option, and then they play up the whole Phoenix as Wildcat Country deal, and they get to play a game in Phoenix. I think that would be good. I think all the scenarios at this point, none of them are bad. Even if they went to Northern California and they played in the San Francisco Bowl, they recruit up there. You get a footprint in there a little more. I could do without driving to El Paso and spending a week at the Sun Bowl.
But that's a good game.
Yeah.
That's a great game.
Well, as we've talked about, still mad at El Paso for taking the Padres, the Tucson Padres. But yeah, I mean, it is a good game. So at this point, you would think the lowest they could do is San Francisco if you look at the pecking order. And that's a pretty good deal for them.
Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. For Daniel Burke, who wants to go to San Diego, I'm Ryan Finley, who'd like to join him. We'll see you next time.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.